Hello, welcome back. This is part 2 of a 2-video series on using Dana K. White's 5-step method for decluttering when you're overwhelmed. I only have about an hour today, probably a little bit less, to declutter the closet that you see behind me before I have to go pick my son up from school. So we are going to just see how far we get using Dana's method. We're going to go about it using the no mess system, which means we're not going to just take everything out and do it that way, which is what I would be inclined to do if I were just doing it myself. So we're going to try the no mess method because that means that at any time I can leave this and not walk back into the room and feel like it is a disaster all over again. So come along, we're going to try this out and follow the 5 steps and not make a mess while we're doing it. And let's get to it. So this is the closet. It is in my daughter's room. So you can see like most of the clothes in here are hers. But we also have just random like storage stuff up there. And then the bottom part is literally all storage. Just my junk, my family's junk, just stuff that really probably doesn't belong here. So my hope is that I am going to get all of the stuff off of the bottom and get it all cleaned out. And then Dina is big. She has something called the container concept. So my vision is that I have these 3 bins and that's it, just 3 of them. And my hope is that I'm going to get all of this junk down to those 3 bins and this junk, just down to those 3 bins. And then that is all that is going to fit in there. The only exception is that I do have this container, and that is for my mom when she comes to visit. So, because she flies from California. So that bin is really the only exception. That's going to be an additional bin that can stay in here because my mom stays in this room when she comes to visit. So let's get going. So the very first thing I'm going to do is look for obvious garbage. That it feels like it's going to be a little difficult to do without pulling everything out. I do want to follow the no mess method or the whole that is concept, but it feels difficult without pulling things down. So I think what I'm going to do is just maybe take it in small sections. So maybe I'll create a little mess. But it's really just for practical reasons because otherwise I physically can't reach everything. So I'm going to start up here and just take everything down. So this is obvious recycling. It is a box. I kept it because I felt like, I don't know, it would be like a good gift box. But I don't need it right now, so I'm going to throw it away. This is not garbage. So I'm going to put it down for now. These are not garbage, so I'm going to put it down for now. This is not garbage. Not garbage. This is another box that I can throw away. I, again, thought I was going to use it for Christmas presents, but I'm not. These are diaper pail garbage bags that for a diaper pail that we don't have. Not garbage, but I'm going to get rid of it. Monopoly game, not garbage. And the winter hat that I looked for this winter and never found. So sad because it is now spring. Today is officially the first day of spring, but I think. So anyway, sad. All right, and what else? Oh, and a little nutcracker. Fantastic. Okay, so that is all. That's all. None of that is garbage. Well, those boxes are garbage. So the next step, I'm just going to do all the steps for up here first. How about that? So the first one was garbage. The second step is put things away that already have a home. Now, all of these things were living here, but I don't think it is going to be their final resting place. Okay, this is why it's hard. So actually, this is going to be the home for some stuff. So like this bucket is all like seasonal decorations. So like whenever there's a holiday, like Christmas, there's a bunch of Christmas stuff in here, or Halloween. Like I have, like the bucket is Halloween, but then also like this little ghost flashlight, or Thanksgiving, just like little trinkety decoration stuff. So I do want to keep this. These are like the fall and winter holidays. So I do want to keep this in here. This is its home because they are all kind of for my daughter. So I'm going to make one bin for that and put it here. Okay, great, fantastic. So this is a baby wrap. And this is actually another thing that I do want to keep here. And it's something I want to keep in this bin. I also have two more of the same right here on this shelf. So I am going to put those in the bin where they belong and put it up there. And then the last bin, I think I want for like blankets and swaddles and things like that. Or do I want it for winter? I don't know. Okay, it's not obvious, so let's stop. All right. And then I have this sidewalk chalk. I do have an art bin that I established yesterday, so I will put it over there. And then I have these sandwich bags and storage bags, which belong in the kitchen. So I will go put them in the kitchen, but not right now because I don't have time. So I'm going to put them in a pile to put in the kitchen. Okay, so those are all the obvious where they have a home. Now I have obvious things that I'm going to donate. So the diaper pail thing is donatable. More of that donatable. What else is donatable? That's really it. Those are all the duh things. Now I'm getting to something a little more challenging. So let's see. I wanted you to come a little closer. So now, so I said I only wanted 3 containers. I do think I want to keep like blankets and swaddly things here in Amelia's room. But I am having a hard time deciding if that's really what I want this bin to be for, or if I want it to be for, I guess I think that's what I want it to be for. Okay, so I have 3 swaddle, like muslin swaddle things. My baby is not a baby. My baby is not a baby right now. She's a toddler, but I do find these useful like in the summer if we go to the park or something, just to put down on the ground so we're not sitting on the grass directly. This one is not my favorite. These 2 I think are gorgeous. They're like these blue and pink. So I do want to keep these 2. I do not want to keep this one, so I'm going to donate it. This little blanket I like but don't love. Do I need it? No, I'm going to donate it. This scarf I need to put down in the basement with winter things. So I'm going to put that there. This blanket we bought, I spent probably way too much money on it. It's literally just a large square of fleece fabric that I bought at a pumpkin farm in the fall because we were freezing and my daughter was shivering, and so I bought this to put over her in the stroller. Do I really want to keep it? I'm feeling, okay, what are the 2 questions? If I was looking for this, where would I look for it first? Oh, probably not in this basket. It probably would be downstairs, like in the entryway. But for ease, I think I'm just going to put it in this basket. I'm sorry, Dana. Whatever. I know you don't care. You want people to live their best lives and just keep what they want. So I have room for it. I'm going to keep it here. This is another blanket. This is a bamboo blanket that I like. I'll probably send it to daycare with my daughter when she starts going. Another bamboo blanket that I like. This blanket, these are just like little lightweight quilts, but I don't realistically, like sometimes I'll put them down on the floor, but I realistically don't use these. I just keep folding them and putting them places. Um, and then they get dusty and yeah, so I can donate them. How about that? Let's donate them to whoever may want to use them in the future. All right, and then this game, we're not going to play it now. My daughter probably won't be able to play it for at least 3 more years, maybe more. Like, what ages is it for? 5 and up. She's not even 2 yet. And my son is too old. So I probably should just donate this. Good work. My inclination would be to keep it because she could use it someday. But the truth is, this is something that Dana talks about. I've listened to several of her Q&A videos recently. I've watched a bunch of her videos. What she says is like, if you only have so much space, right? Like if your container is limited, which this closet is limited, and the rest of my house is limited. If you only have so much space, you have to prioritize. You can't save everything. So for me to save that Monopoly game that is for 5-year-olds, when we have a 12-year-old in the house and a 1.5-year-old in the house, it doesn't make sense. It's not a priority. Like, would it be nice to keep it if we lived in a 5,000 square foot house or a 6,000 square foot house? Sure. Like, we could have a whole room dedicated to storing toys and games that we've bought and that we might use in the future. But the reality is we live in, I don't know, probably like a 1,500 square foot, under 2,000 square foot house. So we have a small house. And so our container is small. And so keeping a game that we won't be able to use for 3 years is basically saying that we are paying for storage and just having clutter in our house for 3 years. So if I really need that game again when she's 5, we can find it again. So moving on. This winter hat. I love this winter hat. I wish I had known where it was this winter, but I didn't. So I don't know where I want to keep it, but I do need to establish a new place for all of our family's winter things, probably downstairs in our entryway. I don't know, we have a closet for winter things and coats. So I will put that there when I have time. All right, let's keep going. Now we're going to deal. So that was everything from the top. Now I'm going to deal with this middle section or bottom section, I guess, down here. I don't think I'm going to finish it today because I have now 45 minutes. So we're going to do our best. All right, so we are going to start with garbage, which feels a little awkward. It just feels a little awkward again because this is such a cluttered. Where is my okay? Because this was just such a like a small enclosed space. Okay, not garbage. There's probably a lot of garbage in here. It's just it's just a lot of. Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. So this is not obvious garbage. This is a bag. I should probably not deal with this right now. Oh man. Okay. This canvas bag, but I've done it now. I've emptied it. So here we go. There's no going back. Okay. This bag I got at the Hamilton exhibit, the touring exhibit based on Lin-Manuel's hit musical Hamilton. So the bag itself is fine. I don't really take it out anywhere. But what it was full of is all of these Ziploc baggies that I have used while traveling. So to put, like, if I was going to put little outfits together for my kids, I would put them in these individual bags so that they were easy to figure out while we were traveling, which is great. That's fantastic. I don't think it belongs here. We usually keep all of our travel things downstairs. So I know I'm going out of order already, but I'm going to put all of these bags. I'm going to keep them because I will probably use them again if they're in the correct space. If they're not in the correct space, then the chances of me using them again are 0 because I'll just use new ones. But they're in my little travel cube now. I will take it to my area where I have all the rest of my travel cubes. So that's where that's going to go. Again, I'm not following Dana's method to the T right now because I have limited time and I don't want to go up and down stairs while I'm trying to film a video. But if I wasn't trying to film a video and I wasn't on limited time, I would go put it there right now. So pretend I did that. All right, I have these little purses that I guess I could put back in this bag for now. So I'll deal with that. I have some knitting needles and a felt project, so I also need to deal with that, but not right now. All right, oh, a piece of garbage. That's what I was trying to do, a piece of garbage. You know what, why don't I just take this one layer and try my steps with this one layer? Oh gosh. That was a noble plan, but not a successful one. Is any of this garbage? Nope, none of that is garbage. This is, I guess this is garbage, a birthday bag. I don't have a place where I keep birthday bags. I have a place where I keep Christmas bags, but I would not go looking for a birthday bag. I would probably just buy a new birthday bag for a specific birthday person. So I'm going to throw this away because I wouldn't go looking for it. All right, this is a gift that I was going to give to my son. It's a Star Wars toy. I don't think he really cares about it, so I should probably just donate it or sell it or something. So I'm just going to set that aside. More of that. How exciting. Not garbage. Not garbage. Ugh. I'm trying to do this without... This is it's so difficult to do this with a closet without making a mess because you can't get to everything without taking it out. I don't know how. I should have probably tried to research like Dana K. White closet decluttering or junk closet decluttering because I don't know how to deal with this in the fashion that she recommends, but we're going to keep trying. This is that. This is that. Ba-ba-da. All right, here's something that could be garbage. Oh, no, it's craft. Although this is a bath toy that I don't need. I guess I could donate it. I don't know. So this is not garbage. I'm having a hard time finding garbage. Okay, this might be actually perfect. So this is, I don't know if I have the energy for this. I'm not going to do that right now. It's a diaper bag. It is the original diaper bag that we used with my daughter when she was a small baby. It has a ton of stuff in it, snacks and a first aid kit. It has a lot of stuff in there. That is for another day. That is not for this. I could do an entire video on getting like decluttering my diaper bag, but we're not doing that right now. So stay focused. I'm on mission here. This is garbage. Yay. Or recycling, I guess. Um, so much crafty stuff. Okay, this is another box that can go in recycling. Recycling. This is all of my Christmas wrapping stuff, which I guess I need a bin for that. This can go away. Garbage. Garbage. I'm finding my garbage. Sweet. Garbage. Oh, goodness. There's stuff stuck behind the door. Oh, a very large Christmas bow. Merry Christmas. There's a lot of garbage behind the door preventing me from opening it. Okay, donate. Okay, I think I found a bunch of garbage. Just papers. My car registration from a long time ago. I hope this isn't my current one. No, this is from last year. So, goodbye. Hypoallergenic Band-Aids I actually do need. Personal confession time. I have dermatillomania. If you haven't heard of it, dermatillomania is a body-focused repetitive behavior where you pick at your skin. Some people pick holes in their face. Some people bite the inside of their cheeks, all to heck. And I pick at my cuticles at the sides of my thumb. There are times where I go months and months and I don't do it at all, usually in the more humid months here in Illinois because my skin isn't dry and so there's nothing to pick at. But unfortunately, I was doing really well this year until it got really dry and I picked a part of my cuticle and then after that it was just a slippery slope. So and I'm allergic to regular Band-Aids. Oh no. So my skin gets really irritated if I put regular Band-Aids on. And so I have to get hypoallergenic Band-Aids to prevent myself from picking my skin. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but just FYI, if you ever see somebody walking around with a bunch of Band-Aids on their fingers, that could be why. That could be why. So don't stare too much. It's really embarrassing. All right, gonna keep going. Okie doke. All right, I think I have found, oh, wow, I can open it all the way. Wonderful. Okay, so this is great. This is fantastic. So we're just gonna look at this half right now and deal with all of the stuff that I just took out. I'm gonna move you. I have taken everything out of one half of the closet floor. I'm trying to do it as mess-free as possible. So I am now surrounded by a pile of clutter, which is what Dana K. White would not want, but this is the reality, so we're working with it. So I've tried to get rid of all the garbage. Fine, wonderful. Now it is time to put things, like anything that has a home, and put it in the home, or put it to be taken, or put it somewhere to be taken to the home. So what has a home? This is something that was given to me. I guess I'm still doing garbage. A piece of cookie. This is something that was given to me. It's really cute. It was given to me by a family member when we went to Mexico. I guess I could donate it. I don't know where the straps are. Or I could just throw it away. I'm so sorry to my family. Lo siento. But I'm going to get rid of it. I'm sorry. This is a piece of what Dana calls identity clutter. This is my badge keeper from the hospital that I worked at. So I want to keep it because I used to work there and I really took a lot of pride in working there. But will I have any use for this now? No. So I should throw it away. Even though it pains me. This I can throw away. Goodbye. This is my son's. He's going to have to decide if he wants to get rid of it. It's from when he was like 4 years old, a little karate thing. So he's going to have to decide about that. This is my mom's shoe. Deal with that. These are some LuLaRoe leggings that actually, I know that a lot of people have complained that LuLaRoe falls apart really fast, but these have lasted me like 8 years. They're still going strong, but they don't stay up anymore. And so I'm going to donate them. Wait, okay, let me go back. What is the method? Things that have a place. Okay, I'm going to refocus. Do you see how easy it is for somebody who is used to living in chaos to just fall back into their own rhythms and methods? I am literally filming a video on purpose to follow Dana K. White's 5 steps to decluttering. And I cannot stay on track. And I don't think it's because her system isn't a good one. I think it is because I am a very visual person and I'm a very like immediate person. And so when I'm looking at something, it is hard for me to pass it by and move on to a thing that I know, like that I'm supposed to be working on. So like this, I took care of the trash. That was step 1. Step 2 is finding things that have a home, that need to be put in a home that they have. Not thinking about things and should they be donated? Should they be this? So step number 2, things that have a home. These are some shoes that have a home downstairs in the entryway where we keep all of our family shoes. I will put it, over there. These are my crafting supplies. They have been living in this closet. Is there going to be room for them in this closet? I don't know. So I guess that doesn't go in that category. So that's okay. This is not a thing that has a home. This is a thing. This is another little travel thing that does have a home that's not here. This is okay. No. Yes. Has a home. Has a home. Has a home elsewhere. Has a home that's going to be in here. So that's fine. Okay. Everything that has a home is in a pile to be taken to that home. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, donations. This whole pile in front of me is donations. They are things that I don't need or want anymore. So I'm going to put them in my already quite full donation bag. I feel like the Goodwill is going to make a boatload of money off of my things this month. Yeah, so the Goodwill is going to make a boatload of money off of my stuff. Okay, this is a robe that I would take to consignment with the swaddle that I had that I'm going to consign, but I don't know where the robe tie is, so I don't think they would take it. So I'm going to donate it. These other LuLaRoe leggings, ugly as sin, but still functional, just not for me. This is a little nightgown. I don't wear nightgowns. I don't know about you, but I like to wear pants to bed or shorts. Mostly pants, even in the summer. Wearing a dress to bed or even like a really long t-shirt, it just gets all like bunched up. I don't know. Pajamas, and then these are some maternity jeans that I don't need, so they can go to be donated. Okay, and then this has a home, and this is garbage, and then this is an apron for cooking. I probably should wear an apron. Do I wear an apron? I never wear an apron. I'm going to donate it. Goodbye. These are my mom's. I'm putting this away. They have a home. These are my mom's Crocs for when she visits. They just, the bin, I don't want to put them in the bin because I feel like they're going to get squished, but I'll put them on top of the bin. Okay. Now, here's some items that I don't know. My goodness. Okay. So now I'm getting to my 2 questions. I'm on step number 4, which is to ask the 2 questions about things that are a little more difficult. This is a bag of craft supplies for little, like, this is embarrassing, but like this is a little like felt horse, like a little toy horse that I made. I also this past year made, this one was kind of messed up because it, like, you can see the glue, but I made these little star baby dolls for my son's school. They did a little fair, like a market for Christmas time. So I think this Christmas I'm going to make more of these little stars that the school sells as part of their fundraising efforts. So I don't want to throw the materials away because I will use them again. I'm just not going to use them again for quite some time. Where would I look for it first? Again, I've been keeping all my craft supplies in my daughter's closet because she doesn't really sleep in this room. She doesn't use this room a lot except to play. And so this has kind of been like my secret room in the house. And so I don't know. I think I do want to keep it in here. I could keep it in the holiday. This is how my brain is working. If I was going to look for it, I would look for it in here because this is where it has been living. I think I'm going to keep it in the holiday bin up top because this is for the holidays. This specific crafting experience is for the winter holidays. I feel like I'm justifying it to you. I don't know. Does that thought process make sense to you? Let's find out. I'm going to put it up there. We're going to see how it feels. Oh gosh. There's room for it in here, but now there's not a lot of room for anything else holiday related. Hopefully there's not a lot of other holiday related items that need to go in that bin because there's not room for it. All right, so I just had an alarm go off that is telling me that I only have about 15 more minutes before I have to stop. Whew, for now. So I don't know. I mean, I guess this is good. This is fine. We've made progress. That's Dana K. White. That's her other thing that she talks a lot about, is that anything that you do is progress. Anything that you are doing during this process is progress. And so, do you feel that I've made progress? I think what I will do to make the best use of this last 15 minutes is to clean up the stuff that needs to be put away, all the things that I was delaying because I didn't want to get up in the middle of this. So I'm going to go put all of that stuff away, and then I will have to come back to the rest of the closet later. But I do feel that even if I can't get to the rest of the closet before my mom comes to visit next week, even if I can't get to it, I've made a lot of progress. Her bin is completely accessible now. So that's the most important part. The floor and the toys are all cleared out. So that is the other most important part. And all I actually have to do before she visits is to wash the bedding and put it back on the bed. So I feel like I've done a good enough job for right now. If I have time this week or this weekend, I will finish the closet. I don't know if I'll have time to film it or not. If I do have time to film it, I'll come back and add it on to this video. So this is Editing Megan. I did just want to pop on and show you the reality of what mess was left as a result of my resistance to following Dana's no mess decluttering method. The closet did look great afterwards, much better than before, But as you can see, the floor was not better. So I had to come back and deal with that later. But look at the closet. Isn't it beautiful? So I will come back at the end and you'll see the full room as it is now. What is my takeaway from this process? My takeaway, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, from both part one, the other video that I did, and this one, is that I am still struggling to faithfully follow someone else's method. And I think that's because it came from someone else's brain. I think everyone's brain is going to work differently. I think everyone's brain is unique to them. And while a lot of us, of course, as humans have commonalities and things that are, consistent across a lot of different people, uh, I I think we all just have to kind of know ourselves best and trust that we are going to do what works best for us. So I liked the guidelines of Dana's method. I do like the guidelines. I appreciated having those two questions and only two questions. That was huge for me because I think it is so easy, and she talks a lot about this. It is so easy to kind of get into this whole idea of, you know, do I like this thing? Is it useful to me? Do I love it? Does it spark joy? Does it, bring good memories back? Will I use it a year from now? Will it be great for me later? Those are all questions that are so natural to ask. I think they're very sensible questions to ask because, that's just how a lot of people think, right? Like, well, will I use this one day and blah, blah, blah. But I can see how those questions, while they are the natural questions to ask, they're not the most helpful questions to ask if you're really looking to get things out and put things away and like downsize your life and declutter your life. So her two questions were really helpful for me. I really like that. Uh, and just to remind you what they are, the first question is, if I were looking for this item, where would I look for it first? So that's her first question. And she says that if you can answer that question, 90% of the time, you probably don't even have to ask the second question. But if you can't think of where you would look for that item, or if you would even want to look for that item, then the next question is, I forgot the next question because I didn't really have to ask it this time during this round. So I'm going to just put it somewhere here and you'll know what it is. I'm so sorry. I I don't know. So those two questions were helpful. I guess the one question was helpful. And then the other thing that I think about Dana K. White's 5-step process to decluttering if you're feeling overwhelmed or when you're feeling overwhelmed is I didn't like that part of the process is that you have to deal with stuff immediately. Like you have to put things where they belong instantly. I understand the reasoning behind it. I do understand that. But I think in a situation where I have to get this task mostly done and I want to see the progress, I think that's the key. I want to see the progress. And so if I let's say only have 45 minutes and I spend a bunch of those minutes running around the house to different parts of the house, putting things where they belong in the middle of it, for my brain, I lose that motivation and I just don't want to keep going. The other piece too, I think is it's also hard because I'm trying to film, and just for continuity's sake and for ease of filming, it did not make a lot of sense for me to get up multiple times throughout the process, hit pause or hit stop recording, go put the stuff away, come back, press record again, and keep going. So I think that's where my resistance to that step came from. Otherwise, overall, I think it's a great system. It's a great idea, but I don't know if it will be, if the whole step, like the whole 5-step process, I don't know if that will be for me forever. I think I like taking everything out and starting that way, just for my brain to kind of get everything out of the space so I can access it, especially for such a small space like a closet. It would be impossible for me to get to all of the garbage in this closet without going through everything and taking it out. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Overall, I guess on a scale of 1 to 5, how do I feel about it? I think I probably would give it like a 3.5, maybe, just for me. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good framework. Really like the question. If I was looking for this, where would I look for it? I really like that. I really like the idea of finding a place for things or looking for things that already have a place and separating those out so that you're not like wading through everything. And I do like the idea of the donations. That is really cool too. I feel like that helped me a lot to just go ahead and put a bunch of stuff in the donation bag and move on with my day. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel about it after this. I think I will probably try some other methods and some other ideas and see if there are any that resonate with me more. And then I'll also maybe come back to this one if nothing else feels like it fits, or maybe I'll make up my own. Who knows? But I'm glad I tried it. Super grateful. I hope that you enjoyed it as well and that this was helpful for you. If you would like to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my videos coming up. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.